You notice it in small ways first. A trailer drops for a film you haven't seen, and you already feel like you have. A song plays for the first time, and somehow it sounds like the last 10 songs you heard. A place you've never been appears on your screen, and your brain files it instantly as already known. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is broken. Still, the moment doesn't land. It's like your mind arrives early, like the feeling of first time has been quietly pre-used. You still do things, you still go places, you still meet people, but more and more often, the experience comes with a strange shadow. Not surprise, prediction. And when prediction arrives before the moment does, something subtle changes. The event happens, but discovery doesn't. This is the shift most people can't name. A world where life keeps happening, but nothing ever feels new again. For most of human history, novelty wasn't entertainment. It was psychological fuel. Your brain marks the first time differently. It holds it longer. It stores it with sharper detail. A first kiss, a first solo trip, the first time you drove at night with music on, the first time you walked into a room and realized something had changed. Novelty doesn't just create excitement. It creates memory. It tells your mind, this matters. This is worth saving. This is a turning point. That's why time feels different when you're young. Not because the years are shorter, but because so many moments are still firsts. New streets, new sensations, new risk, new knowledge. Your brain is constantly registering reality as unrepeatable. And even when novelty was uncomfortable, it still did something essential. It made life feel alive. If you've ever had a day where everything felt identical, same feed, same conversations, same mood, you already know what the absence of novelty feels like. It isn't boredom, it's flattening. AI didn't arrive to remove surprise, it arrived to remove uncertainty, to reduce wasted time, to increase relevance, to predict what you'll like before you even know you want it. Prediction systems don't just respond to your preferences, they shape what you encounter, so your preferences never have to expand. You don't stumble onto things as often, you're guided to them. You don't get lost and discover something, you get routed. You don't browse in the dark, you get served what people like you already liked. The world becomes smoother, more efficient, and that sounds like progress, until you notice what disappears, the moment of collision. The unexpected book someone hands you, the strange film you would never have clicked, the awkward conversation that changes your mind, the new music that feels wrong at first, then becomes part of you. Prediction flattens that. It replaces encounter with selection. It turns surprise into a risk, because surprise might lose attention. So the system learns a simple rule. Give you what you'll recognize, give you what you'll finish, give you what you'll react to quickly. And when that becomes the logic of the world, novelty starts dying quietly. Not because nothing new exists, because you rarely meet it. You feel this the first time you open an app and realize you didn't choose anything. You just accepted what arrived, not forced, offered. And because it's for you, it feels personal. But it's not personal, it's predictive. And predictive worlds always trade discovery for certainty. At first, this doesn't feel like loss. It feels like convenience. You stop wasting time on things you don't like. You stop watching bad films. You stop listening to music that doesn't fit. Everything becomes more you. But then something strange happens. Even the things you like stop hitting the same. The song is good, but it doesn't imprint. The video is interesting, but it doesn't stay. The trip is beautiful, but it doesn't surprise, because your mind already knew the shape of it. You'd seen the highlights before you arrived. You'd read the reviews. You'd watched the clips. You'd absorbed the aesthetic. And once you've pre-consumed an experience, reality has less room to move. This is the moment where the future starts feeling like it's been lived in advance. Not because you're psychic. Because prediction trains you to expect the pattern. This is why so many people describe a weird emotional symptom now. nothing feels like a first time anymore, because everything arrives with a sense of being already processed. And the more that happens, the more your brain adapts. It stops leaning forward. It stops anticipating wonder. It stops opening, not from depression, from repetition, from familiarity arriving too soon. This is the trap. When the world is constantly personalized, it becomes less surprising. And when it becomes less surprising, you become less present. You scroll more. You chase stronger stimulation. You look for something that hits. But the problem isn't intensity, it's novelty. You can't shock yourself into surprise. Surprise requires the unknown, and the unknown is exactly what prediction removes. A world like this still functions. People still laugh, still travel, still fall in love, still build careers, still buy things, still post photos. From the outside, everything looks fine, but internally, something changes. When novelty fades, memory fades with it. Days start to blur. Weeks compress. Life starts to feel like it's passing faster because fewer moments stand out as distinct. When nothing feels new, nothing becomes a landmark. And when nothing becomes a landmark, life feels thinner. Not tragic, not dramatic. Just lighter. Less anchored. This is also why meaning becomes harder to access, because meaning doesn't come from constant pleasure. Meaning comes from contrast, from the sense that something changed you, that something expanded you, that something interrupted your pattern. But in a predictive world, your pattern is protected, curated, reinforced, so your mind becomes more efficient and less alive. This is the danger most people misunderstand. It's not that AI makes the world fake. It makes it familiar, and familiarity is the slow killer of experience. I didn't realize how much my life depended on surprise until I started noticing how rare it is to feel genuinely caught off guard in a good way. That's the loss. Not novelty as entertainment, novelty as proof that the world can still reach you. Because when nothing feels new anymore, you don't just lose surprise. You lose the feeling of being in contact with a world bigger than you. And once that fades, something darker becomes normal. You stop expecting wonder. You stop looking for it. You stop recognizing it when it appears. This doesn't end life. It ends the feeling that life is still capable of surprising you. If this made you uncomfortable, that's the point. The most powerful systems don't take anything away. They just make sure you encounter it before you're ready. Tap like if this named something you felt but couldn't explain. Subscribe to become part of The Unlocked, where we explore how intelligence, prediction, and optimization quietly reshape what it feels like to be alive. And if someone you know has said, "Nothing feels new anymore," share this with them. Because the real danger isn't that machines replace us, it's that they arrive first and leave us with nothing left to discover. Because the future isn't coming, it's already here.